97.5 WBLS, your number one source for R&B.
John Amos is in here. Damn.
What's up, man?
How you doing, brother?
So far, so good. Good to see you.
Man, thank you, first of all, for coming by the house. I kept telling everybody you was a friend of mine. She ain't believe me.
I ain't believe him because he claims everybody's his friend. Oh, that's my friend. That's my friend.
I'd like to think I am.
Thank you.
Yes.
Damn.
You are a legend.
He came to my birthday party. I was so stoked, I didn't even bother to open no gifts. I just said, I must be somebody. Earthquakes at my birthday party.
Oh.
I flew it. I went in there. He was on the island. Had to get on the boat and everything. We had a good time.
Oh, fancy.
And he called, his representative called and said he wanted to come to the Father's Day show.
Right.
And I said, sure, how many tickets you need? Gave him all. He came, and it was just it.
You know that. I'm a big fan.
Man, we love you. You were you're looking good, man. So how's life, man? Because we went to the game when the Redskins played the Giants.
I walked in the bar or the restaurant, whatever you call it. I saw you had your jersey on. I said, what you getting ready to do, man?
Well, they needed some help.
Yeah, they did.
They got beat.
But I'm glad you chose to come back into the business rather than try and play football again.
Hey, listen, man. They beat us so bad, the Indian off the side of the helmet just got up and walked out of MetLife. Say we might have lost the country, but we fought.
Yeah.
It was it there.
You took a whipping.
Hey, man, we did. So what's going on with you, man? It's great to see you. Everybody love you, man.
Thank you.
You
a
are
little bit of everything. It's like it's all coming full circle. Years ago, I love theater. You know that. The same way you was a stand-up performer.
Okay.
Love a live audience, all right? So years ago, I introduced a one-man show at the Billie Holiday Theater called Haley's Comet. I've been for the last 20 years between movies and TV, I've been touring with that, but I'm going back to the Billie Holiday Theater as part of a group of actors who are going to be doing readings of an American classic called 12 Angry Men.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Love that movie.
It's going to be awesome, and the dates for that are what are they, Paulie? I got to refer to my memory bank.
Don't worry about it.
We'll
We'll put it all on the W.
We'll get to that.
We look forward to it, and when you get it off, you always welcome here to promote it.
Yeah.
And me and Deja Vu going to come down there and sit and watch it.
Yes, we
We
will.
will.
My son is doing well. Casey Amos, and I named him Casey after the Chiefs. I know
okay.
you're a Redskin fan.
Yeah.
But my son is named KC for Kansas City.
And that's what I don't understand. They get on the Redskin, but they let the Chief live. Why they don't jump on the Chief?
We have been to the Super Bowl. We've been there. We put a lot of people in the Hall of Fame and all that. Now, I say that I was under contract to him twice.
Oh,
as
I
a
didn't
free
know.
agent. Didn't make it. But I don't know. I wouldn't lie about that. I mean, that's too big a lie. I don't want none of those NFL brain concussive dudes looking for me on the street. You said you played for who? No.
I'm running up on you, man.
Thank you. So
what made you leave from the sports thing to get over into acting?
you reach a point in your life where you realize I can't do this for a living.
Right.
And when you attempting to play running back in the National Football League, you might as well say I want to be in a head-on collision every 45 seconds.
Right.
Because your body wasn't designed to take that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I got out without any brain damage. There's a couple of ex-wives that would probably.
He said a couple of ex-wives.
Hey, you got to keep doing it till you get it
Player,
right.
player.
Till you
I'm
get
following
it
the
right.
philosophy on that, but I think I'm gonna give that a break for a while.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Good times. We want to know what happened. All of a sudden you were there. Then all of a sudden we heard the rumors you were gone, and then you died on the show and everything. Give us the background. Give us
No,
the story.
I didn't die. James Evans
James
died on the show.
died. James
My
Evans
mama's
died.
son is alive and
I
well.
know
and
that's
sitting here
right.
Talking to you.
I know that's right.
No, we had some creative differences, which are inevitable with a sitcom when you're on the air and as successful as we were. And the subject matter was so close to my heart. I mean, it was so close to my culture. I felt like if anybody knew what a black father was feeling, I did.
Right.
And so that was the bone of contention. And I had two other children on the show besides JJ, who I loved as a character, loved him. And people always assumed that I was jealous of him, which is one of the reasons that I quit the show. Number one, I didn't quit the show.
Mm-hmm.
I was killed off the show. And my death on the show of my characters was as big a surprise as it is to anybody that was watching.
So you didn't know what was going on either?
No, I had inklings. I mean, I'd heard the groundhog creeping by my room late at night in the form of the scripts, you know. But I said, because first they would write me out of one episode, and I had a player pay contract, so I said, okay, I'll stay home this week and still get paid.
Right.
Then they did it again. They wrote me out of a couple episodes, and that time I began to travel. So I take those 2 weeks off. I flew to Liberia, West Africa, where I'd begun to do some family research on my own, not knowing that later, as God would have it,
Right.
this would all pay off when I got the role of Kunta Kinte in Roots. In the adults. Cut to the chase. I came back to discover that they had decided that I had become, quote, a disruptive factor. You know, that means, boy, you won't behave.
Yes. Tell them what it means.
Right.
So, no, you got to behave or we'll cut your stuff off. Now, what it's going to be, your foot or your stuff? It was the same thing, except this time we're going to do the emasculation through the script. So I said, okay, you're dead. And that's the way it came down. They killed the character off. But as God would have it, I moved on because less than 3 weeks later, I got a call from my agent that said, David Walper, the producer of Autobiography and some other wonderful projects for television, has bought the rights to Alex Haley's Roots, and he would like to meet you. And the rest is history. Yeah.
So go ahead.
Let me ask you something.
Yes,
Do
sir.
you have, because, I'm a comedian, and I run into my boy, Jimmy Walker. He hates when people come up to him.
And say, Dynamite.
Dynamite. I mean,
You think he hates it now? Wait till he turns about 75 years old and he's crossing 42nd Street in Broadway and somebody pulls him and says Dynamite. He's liable to hit him in the head with his stroller.
I mean, he hits do it gets on your nerve when people damn that do it? Or how did you take it?
Well, it's all according to how they do it, and if they aren't armed at the time, it's cool. But but seriously, it's all according to what they saw me in last, and that's one of the more memorable ones because it was on television so often. But people would give me a line from as we was kidding around before I'm coming to America. I was going to the airport, and that's usually where it happened because they know it's a brief meeting when you go into the airport and you meet security. And dude say, "Give me that one line." I say, "What movie?" He said, "You know the one." He said, "Coming to America." I say, "Hey, son, you want to keep working here? Stay off the drugs." Or whatever the line was that he wants to hear.
Right.
And but usually when they refer to Good Times, it's with a sign of respect because he was a father figure.
Yeah, I never understood it. I would say, well, I tell him all the time, I said, I don't know you about nothing else.
But wait a minute, though. But then after you left Good Times, for a while, you really didn't see a lot of strong father figures until later on when Cosby came in. Well, people felt that kinship. You know what I'm saying? As far as the father figure is concerned.
I only had one question for Bill.
What's that?
Was there something in the Jell-O?
That's what's happening. That's right. I always want to know where Jell-O shots came from. Roots. They doing a remake of Roots. What you feel about that?
It'll be interesting to see how they treat the storyline because the original was taken from Alex Haley's bestseller,
Right.
which was predicated on the history that he learned at his grandmother's knee.
Right.
Now this one, there will be no Alex Haley there. So either they're going to follow that storyline or it'll be the work of fiction, which will be developed by contemporary fictional writers. So I have to ask myself, it's going to be interesting how they're going to treat this story. They're going to do a total remake of what we did, or they're going to bring it all the way up to Ferguson and the latest killing.
But if it's fiction, then
why
oxymoron with Roots. Then I mean, it ain't Roots.
Well, you said it.
No, I'm just saying.
Time will tell.
But
it'll be a hell of a challenge for the Walper organization. But if anybody can do it, it'll be his son because he learned at his father's knee. That is, David Walper, who did the original, was one hell of a producer.
Okay.
I mean, and he respected the work and he knew the impact that his programs had on people, which is why the show was so incredible.
And LeVar is a part of it, so he remembers everything that went on back then too. So
exactly, that was his first real professional role in the industry, and that's like catching lightning in a bottle. You come out of college, you get a role in an all-time miniseries, and then goes on to create Reading Rainbow, which had a tremendous educational impact on a lot of children. So I wish him all the best. I'm glad he's involved because he's got a certain sense of integrity, and that's what it's going to take to keep it from dissipating into just another sitcom or
Would you come back and do a cameo as another character?
I've done Roots.
Right, but would you do it again, another part?
Everything's negotiable.
In other words, if them coins.
You give Kunta something nice and shiny, I'll be there. I prefer something dirty that folds. Or even better yet, a promissory note or a bank draft. That worked too.
Well, everybody's showing you mad love on Facebook. They're saying you were the one. You were Good Times was their show. They said it wasn't the same after you left. They were saying you were monumental, even in Roots. They were also quoting lines and everything from Coming to America. So everybody's still, they say you still look great. You sounding good. You're looking good. So they're still showing mad love for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And he's a friend of the house, and I'm gonna leave the key underneath the mat. That means you can come anytime. We got the dates on his shows, right?
Yes, the show. If you want to go see John Amos and 12 Angry Men, he'll be over at the Billie Holiday Theater in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, October 15th through the 18th. That's next week.
You got it.
And before you get up out of here, man, every time somebody come by the house, we allow them to pick a song to be played. And so we'll get John ready when the lady comes over. What's one of your songs for the R&B? Come on, let us know.
From the OJs, Used to Be My Girl.
The OJs?
Yes, sir.
That's it, man. Listen, man, you know we're friends. I love you. Thank you
Back
for the
at you.
compliments.
Back
And
at
we
you.
are, and thanks for coming by.
Back
I
at
want
you.
y'all to put your hands together for the one and
Thank
only.
you, Deja Vu.
John
Thank you.
Amos is
Even
in
if
the
you are a
house.
Snitch, I love you.
She's a snitch.
I
yo.
am not a snitch. I
Yes,
just
she
like
is.
order and
Okay.
decency.
See, she bossed me around. It ain't Quake's house. I just pay the bills.
Understood.
And she just
Understood.
run it, man.
It's going to be like that.
I know it. I just went on and let her have it.
There it is.
Whatever.
Thank you for coming by. This is Quake's house, WBLS. John Amos was in the house. God bless. WBLS.